Yeah, know I'm sturdy like a Millie Rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket, don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket, it sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah.
Alright, so the first move I'll be teaching you is skirt, and the move looks like this. Alright, so to do skirt, you want to begin with you have to know how to do the Charlier cut, and the Charlier cut looks like this. It's like the first cut which you learn in one-handed cut you learn in Cardistry, and I won't go over that because there's actually you can find multiple tutorials on the internet, for example. And so if you want to learn that, just I guess search it up and maybe you'll find a really easy result and learn that, and then you can come back to this video. So basically the concept is you want to start off by dropping a packet using your thumb, and then once you drop a packet you should have a small packet on the bottom and a larger packet on top held by all 5 of your fingers. And then from here you want to come over and push up with your index, and then from here you can sort of grip this packet with your thumb, as well as this sort of joint on your index finger. It's not on the index, but it's on that joint. Alright, and then from here the goal is to literally skirt a singular card or a very small packet from this packet and make it flip on the packet. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to come down by bending this index, sort of like tucking it inside, and then from here you want to make contact with the long edge of this packet, and then from here you can, by sort of extending outwards, you can then pick up one card. Alright, and then from here you can now, for like a split second, you're gripping this packet just by pinching it down with your thumb and contacting the long edge of this packet. Alright, so because when you do this, you're lifting it up, and then for that split second you're just making contact with the thumb and the long edge of that packet. But now from here you want to come over with your index and then push this packet up. So push these 2 cards, or singular or small packet, upwards and clip it with the thumb. So then it's the index and the thumb holding this small packet or 1 card. And then to close the move you want to push down with your index and sort of just remove, let go of the thumb. So when you do this, when you let go of the thumb and push down with the index, these 2 cards should square up with the rest of this packet. And then from here you can just complete the Charlier cut by, of course, tucking the index underneath this packet, pushing it up, and you close the Charlier cut like so.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up.
Alright, so the second move I'll be teaching is the Reretrigger, and the move looks like that. Alright, so to do the Reretrigger, you need to know how to do trigger as well as retrigger. And I'm going to do a rough explanation on those 2 moves, but the main focus would be on Reretrigger. So for trigger, you want to start off by, the goal is to get 1 packet horizontal and 1 packet vertical, because that's the starting position of trigger as well as retrigger and Reretrigger. So the way you're going to get this packet onto the horizontal side, you have two ways of doing this. One of them being using your index. You want to split a packet from the bottom of the deck, and then this you're going to grab on with your index, as well as you're going to come over and use this sort of the chubby part of your thumb, and then that's going to form a grip. And then from here you can sort of eject that packet from the bottom and move it to the horizontal part on top, and here you have the starting position for all 3 moves. Or another way of doing it is simply, this is the easier way, you want to start off by sort of the Charlier grip, but from here you want to switch the grip and move your middle to the top, your index to the side, the long edge with the thumb, and then you can actually sort of just spin the packet a little, form this horizontal and vertical position. So once you get to this position, the way you're going to do trigger first is you want to grab the two long edges with your thumb and index, and then the concept is to spin this, sort of rotate this packet around this packet and then drop the packet in to complete the cut. And the way you're going to do this is by gripping it, like I said, and using your index and ring. As you move over, it's going to simultaneously push this big packet downwards, making space for this packet to glide over the main packet. And then from here, you can then just sort of push down with your index, and the move should close nicely like so. And then now for retrigger, you want to do the same concept as trigger. So move a packet horizontal and vertical, and grip the packet using your index and thumb. Now spin around, but now you want to sort of rest the packet on the two long edges that are going to be resting against each other. So then your thumb is sort of free to move in the meantime. And from here, you actually want to split another packet on this packet by lifting a packet using your thumb, right? So when you lift a packet like so, you should be able to have 3 packets now. And you want to close the cut like usual by sort of pushing down with the index like you did for trigger. But now when you push down, you actually have another moving packet being held by your index and thumb. And from here you can just basically, it's the same grip as trigger, so you just want to complete trigger once again, and there you complete retrigger. And now for retrigger, it's just another extension of the 2 previous moves. So now you want to do the same thing as retrigger and get into this grip where the horizontal, the vertical, the long edges are touching. And now instead of just splitting one packet with your index, with your thumb, my bad, you actually want to split a packet and a card. And the way you're gonna do this is by pushing against this big vertical packet using your thumb to sort of pivot one single card away from the rest of the deck. And from here, you want to then, once you have grip on that card, you want to split the packet like you did with retrigger. And then when you do this, you should be able to clip the singular card against the long edge and your thumb. And from here you have this sort of position. And to close a move, you want to complete trigger like you would normally do with the big packet. And then as you move around, the card actually perfectly lands against the main packet, and there you can just sort of close the move by dropping that card on, and then again pushing down with your index to finish trigger. And that's how you do retrigger. So the last move I'll be teaching you is Shady, the extended version of Shady, and the move looks like this. So to do the move, you want to start off by lifting a small packet by pushing up with your thumb. And then from here, using your index finger, you want to come underneath this packet, and the packet is just going to be resting on the nail of the index. And then from here, you can use your thumb, come to the bottom of this packet, the long edge of this packet, and you just want to push, you want to slide the packet forward. And because your index is here, it's going to create this motion where the packet actually slides and flips and lands on the horizontal face like so, on top of the vertical packet. And then the next part of the move is opening a Charlie A cut, which is the most basic cut in Cardistry, like I said before. But this time, again, you want to open a very small packet on the bottom. So it's like this, alright? And then from here, you want to push up with your index, surpass both the packets. And from here, you want to just sort of drop it so it lands on top of the horizontal flip over packet. And then here, you're actually going to do another Charlie A cut, but this time you want to make it so like these two packets are slightly about the same when you split it. Alright? And then from here, push it up again. But now you don't want to do anything with this packet just yet. It's just going to be here. And it's actually going to be a lot easier if you can somehow reach over with your thumb and grab it like a thumb cut, like what you do in the thumb cut. Alright? And then from here, you, in this sort of grip, it's actually really uncomfortable. So you don't want to be here for too long. You want to use this index finger and push down on this sort of corner. Alright, so when you press down with your index, the move should then look like that. Alright, so one more time, you want to lift a small packet of your thumb, press it, make contact with the nail of the index, come to the bottom, and slide this packet on top. So it flips, and then from here, split a very small packet from the bottom, lift it to the top, surpass both the packets, make it land over the flipped over horizontal packet, lift another packet so it's even, these two packets slightly even, you want to lift it up, make it grip it in the thumb cut position, and then from here you want to make contact with this corner of the flipped over packet using your index, press down, so then this packet flips over, squares up, and this packet then also, when you sort of like glide it with your index, it should square up with that packet. And then from here you can just close the Charlie A cut. And that's how you do the extended version of Shady.